Tell me if this sounds a little bit like you. You're thinking of selling your house because something major in your life has changed, but you're tied to a super low interest rate and you just don't know what to do. Hey real estate friends, what's going on? It's Mike Golter with RE/MAX Alliance. Thank you so much for tuning in today's blog post. What I'm going to highlight the topic is why most folks are selling in today's marketplace and the consequences of either doing or not doing based upon a super low mortgage rate that they're more than likely tied into. Most folks will typically want to sell their home for a number of different reasons, but more than likely these are the common situations. One, they need to relocate to a different area or potentially state. They're upsizing or downsizing. They've had a change in relationship, either they're getting married or potentially getting divorced. And lastly, something has come up health-wise to where they're no longer able to maintain the home for one reason or another. So let's take a look at all of these different factors and weigh the pros and cons of a low interest rate and the need to move based upon these reasons. So let's take the situation of someone that needs to relocate. They can keep their low interest rate mortgage that they have on their home and turn it into a rental. Sounds like a great idea. But before you do so, you need to, one, make sure that you can qualify for both mortgages because the lender is only going to utilize 75% of that rental income to help qualify for you for the new home. The other potential pitfall is that there's more than likely a decent amount of equity in that particular home, and you might need those funds to help buy the home of where you're relocating to. But if you can do this and you have the right mindset to be a landlord, then this is a very good and wise option in which for you to take. So for those folks that are looking to upgrade or buy something bigger, same situations apply to those that were relocating. You do have the pro of being able to have an investment vehicle, but you have the cons of how and which do you obtain the equity from that property, and are you going to be able to qualify for both mortgages? So folks, in these type of situations, if you do need to upgrade, you need additional bedrooms, you do need the work office, you do need whatever the case may be, trying to maintain that low mortgage may not be the right situation for you. Now for those folks that are looking to downsize, you might be the perfect candidate to be able to turn your home into an investment property and utilize truly that low interest rate mortgage. Now you still have the con of being able to qualify for both of those mortgage payments and the equity that could be tied up in that property, but since you're buying something smaller, the likelihood that you may have the ways and means to be able to offset that loss of income and equity are greater. So again, downsizing, you folks have an awesome opportunity of creating an investment vehicle and still maintaining to be able to buy that new home to make it a little bit smaller. Now for those folks that have had a change in relationship status, either you're getting married and maybe partner A and partner B have got assets in real estate that they need to buy a new home, or they're left with the situation of holding on to those and turning it into rental. Now, I just got done dealing with this with some folks, and although we really wanted to try to hold on to those, being and staying a landlord and foregoing on the equity in which that they could get from both of those properties just did not make financial sense to them. So if you can, great, but a lot of times once you start crunching the numbers, it just doesn't make financial sense to hold on to those properties. Now the other side of the situation is those folks that are getting a divorce. And in these type of situations, for one partner to hold and maintain that property, there's some very important keys for you to think about beyond just holding it. And in many cases, that main key is for you to get out of the property or no longer have your name associated with the mortgage, because a lender doesn't recognize divorce even if one partner is paying. And commonly divorce attorneys make the mistake of just having one spouse pay for the mortgage or relinquishing their interest, but that debt is still associated with both partners. So truly the only real way to get that debt obligation off is to refinance, and if you're going to refinance, you might as well just sell unless one partner truly wants to stay in the home. Lastly is health concerns, and these are always really sad situations if someone wants to stay in the house but ultimately can't. And in these type of situations, you just need to understand, just like all of the other situations, that your need to make a real estate move can't be held hostage just because you have a super low interest rate. Again, it's Mike Gold here with RE/MAX Alliance. Thank you so much for tuning in today's blog post. If you've got a specific selling situation and how it relates to the ultra low mortgage that you might have, please drop it in the comment section below, and I'd like to be able to analyze that situation for you.